Today we're going to talk about the first step in science fair project, and that's going to be choosing a great project. Choosing a topic is your most important step. It needs to be something that you are interested in because you're going to be working on this for 9 weeks. You have to ask yourself, is it an experiment or is it a model or demonstration? In order for it to be an experiment, it has to be something you can test. It has to be doable and have at least one variable, which is the thing that you're going to test. Again, it should be something you're interested in. And in elementary school, we do not do experiments on animals or people. When you choose your experiment, you have to think about the cost, the equipment that you might need, and the time it's going to take you to do your experiment. A model is different than an experiment. It's something that you make to show how something works. These are things you can't control, like a volcano or a tornado, or maybe you're going to make a model of the cell structure, which is too small for people to see, or a model of a part of the human body, or the solar system and planets, which is too big and far away to test. What makes something an experiment? Well, first of all, it has to have a variable. The variable is the thing that you're going to test. It needs to have something that stays the same. You have to be able to do it at least 3 times. And ideally, if someone else did that same experiment, they should get the same results as you do. So let's look at some experiments. An experiment could be which bread grows mold first. You could have a bunch of different types of bread and leave it out in a baggie and see which one gets moldy first. Which bridge holds the most weight? You could build 3 different types of bridges and then put a stack of books on them at different weights to see which one breaks first. Which battery lasts longest? You can use different batteries, for example, in a flashlight or in a toy train to see which one's going to last longest. Which paper airplane goes farthest or fastest? We're going to talk more about that in a minute. Which fruit has the most voltage? You can see there are different fruits and potatoes, and you can check the voltage and make a battery out of fruit and vegetables. Which ball bounces the highest? You can test different balls. We're going to talk about that one too. So if you were going to use paper airplanes, you can use 3 different paper sizes, but use the same design. You can use 3 different paper designs, but have the same size paper. You could have the same size and design and change the weight of the paper by adding paper clips to the wings. These are 3 different experiments. You wouldn't do all 3, you would only choose one. What about balls? You could use the same size ball and make it out of different materials, or use different size balls made out of the same material and see which ball rolls or bounces the highest or goes the farthest. You can say which ramp will cause the car to go the farthest. So in the picture, you can see that there's one ramp with 2 different size cars or 2 different type of cars, or it can use one car and have different size ramps. There's lots of different experiments you can do with plants. You can test the soil. Do plants grow better in water or soil? You can test how much water or how much sunlight. You can water one plant a little bit, one plant a medium amount, one plant a lot, and see how much they grow and measure their growth. You can put different types of things like leaves or celery into food coloring water and see which one turns color the fastest. That's how they make colored flowers at the holidays. These are just a few of the topics that you can choose. You can go to places like sciencebuddies.org or search different types of topics. Be careful that you choose an experiment and not a demonstration or a model when choosing your science fair.